my previous video on how to conquer a Russian person's soul. First of all, never pour vodka while holding wine. Always pour wine while it's on the table. This is for our explanation. So, if you want, I really hope this time some agents from CIA are listening. Because I tell you guys, brothers, bros, I tell you, you don't understand how Russian psyche works. You tried what Russians did. They copied things from the West because we stole everything from cars to refrigerators. You can see it in other videos. We stole everything from the West. And we stole psychological tricks. KGB stole psychological tricks from Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung and everything from the West to the East. And now Donald J. Trump steals it back from Russia to United States. What's the idea of that? I don't know. You tell me. Because I always was trained on working on trees, on looking to the root of the problem. Not problem, but solution. To the root of solution. So now we stole it from you. We got it here to Putin. You get it back here. What's the idea? You already got it. So this is the addition to my previous video on how to get a Russian to do anything that you want. Number one, always flatter them. Remember, every Russian man wants to be a king on the throne. And every Russian woman wants to be a queen on the throne. You know? If you flatter them enough, and I have the idea maybe that's what's going on now, flattering them, you can do anything with them. Give them a suit, give them a tie, make them feel respected, and they melt like ice cream on a hot oven pan, on a hot frying pan, you know? Then, what else would we say? This is actually the addition to my previous video. If you watch this video, watch my previous video. You basically, the West, I would say, did a little mistake previously by not flattering Russians enough. You know, when Putin asked, can we join NATO? He was answered with something like, you need to sign these documents and everything else. It's the attitude that I respect, the Western attitude where everything is done by paper and by signing things and by diplomacy. But for Russians, understand me, it doesn't work. Understand me. It doesn't work. What they need, Putin, being a shortling, with problems in childhood, they need like this, what's it called in Russian? Salt and bread. Bread and salt to you. Handed on the silver plate, as Australians say. So that's the mistake that the Western world did. It's easy to make enemies with Russians because they're like bears, small brain, like this, and any movement he notices, he attacks. What is needed is bread and salt on a silver plate, and maybe, just maybe, you're not being fully true and you're planning your own turnaround this. But flattering a Russian is the key to every problem. As I said in a previous video, they're hard on the surface, stone faces like this, like, you think this is a bad neighborhood? But on the inside, they're drunkards who fall into tears from nothing. So, I tell you, this is the addition to my previous video. Flatter Russians. And it doesn't matter if it's fake flatter, because it will take 20 years for Russians to understand that it was a fake flattering. It will take 20 years to understand that it was fake. But flatter them. And the mistake that some NATO guys did was that they put this European and American bureaucracy thing on top of basically talking with Russians. I see why people say that Russians are like bears. We really are, small brain like this, vodka, and once something goes wrong, Putin, for example, is a KGB agent. He's supposed to be like this, like smart and focused on things. But still he gives this temper tantrums, another word, temper tantrums for Russians. Russian men give temper tantrums to their wives. I hear it from my neighbors. They beat them. They give temper tantrums. They give what's it called? Male hysteria. Google it. Male hysteria to their wives. So what you need to do is just like this, flatter them, a bottle of water, a bottle of vodka. I hope I didn't puke. you flatter them and you give them even fake appreciation of what they're doing. That's basically all I wanted to say. I really have no guts for this anymore. Flatter Russians and use it to your own device, flattering, saying, oh, you're a king on the throne, or saying, every Russian woman, Russian traditions are mixed European with Asian. And more Asian because more territory in Asia. Because a Russian woman expects flowers. Every time you meet her, she expects flowers. It's not like your American or European girls. She expects flowers. She expects kissing her boots, her butt, The same with men. You show Russian men who are hard on the outside, like this, like Dynamite and Gladiators. But they're softies on the inside who would cry and moan. You understand me? Yeah. That was basically the video about what to do with Russian people. And I see that you in CIA and FBI, you don't understand. You don't understand. I don't know where this America has gone that understood everything about everyone. That I was brought up on like Superman, He-Man, everything. I don't know where it's gone. Now you don't understand shit. Maybe hire me if you want it. I can explain shit to you. My dear friends from CIA, please start getting into shit quite fast. Okay? Because I really know that Russian education was much better than yours. We at least understood things. We were made to know the table of elements, everything else, alphabet, languages. And you, my friends, are just half of a brain behind. Please start finally getting into shit. I'm begging you. Thank you. Live long and prosper. That is the addition to my previous video. Thank you. Goodbye. Arigato.